I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my Music Theory Tuition series where I work with you step by step through the ABRSM Discovering Music Theory grades. I'll work through every single exercise and explain everything you need to know. You can access information about the books I have available to help you on my website. Go to sharonbill.com. For advert-free and longer lessons, you can become a patron at patreon.com/SharonBill. If you can give me a like, that would be super, and please do subscribe to my channel to stay updated. You can support this channel by buying me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/SharonBill. We now move on to page 6 of the Grade 2 Discovering Music Theory workbook, and we now move on to time signatures where the bottom number changes. Previously we've been counting in crotchet beats, which is the bottom number 4, and we're going to move on to where the bottom number is 2, meaning minim beats, or 8, meaning quaver beats. However, before we go into these pages, it's really helpful to just understand how these numbers work. So let's just take a moment. And it's at this point that it's really helpful to think about the more sort of American pop names for the note. So we've dealt with the semibreve, which the classical name, so semibreve, or we have the American or kind of more rock pop speak, depending what instrument you play. Oftentimes the American words are used. This is the whole note, which then divides into minims, because a 2-beat minim plus a 2-beat minim equals a semibreve. So the classical name is the minim, but the American sort of pop speak is half note. And then if we divide again, a 1-beat plus a 1-beat equals a 2-beat, and then the same again. And so the classical term for these notes are crotchets, whereas the American rock speak is quarter note. And if we divide again, a quaver plus a quaver, half a beat plus half a beat is 1 beat, or we can beam them like this. And so the classical name quaver, or the American name is 8th note. Now this is where it's really helpful to just see these different names, because if you think about maths and fractions, when we're talking about a whole note is over 1, half is over 2, quarter is over 4, and 1/8 is over 8. We can see we divided into 2 halves to 1 whole, 4 quarters to 1 whole, 8/8 to 1 whole. Maths isn't not my strong point, but I can just about manage this. And so we can see why time signatures with 4 at the bottom represent crotchet beats. And so now we can easily see that a time signature with 2 on the bottom is referring to halves, half notes, minim beats, and so on. It really isn't very often at all, if ever, that you'll see a time signature over 1 counting in semibreve beats. In fact, I think I've seen this just once in some kind of modern, it was some Britain choral music, and it seemed very strange to see that. It doesn't really ever crop up. And so let's just look at these, how these time signatures work. So let's say, for example, we've got 3 beats in a bar. We'll do 3 different examples. Each time signature is going to have 3 beats in a bar. We'll have 3 over 4, 3 over 2, 3 over 8. So 3 over 4 is 3 crotchet beats per bar. 3 over 2 is 3 minim beats per bar, and 3 over 8 will be 3 quaver beats per bar. And so each one of these will sound exactly the same. 1, 2, 3. Each unit of a beat being 1. 1, 2, 3. Now each unit of a beat is a minim, or 1, 2, 3. Each unit of a beat being a quaver. And it's rather like saying kind of 1/2, 0.5, 2/4, 3/6, whatever you want to say. It's all the same, but we're counting it differently. We're just counting each unit beat differently. Of course, one minim will always divide into 2 crotchets. One crotchet will always divide into 2 quavers. It's just that the way we count each of these beats has changed. And so let's compare, for example, if we've got a bar of 3/4, and let's try another one actually. Let's do 4/4 compared to 2/2. So 4/4 and then 2/2, exactly the same mathematically. However, here we're counting 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whereas here we're counting 1, 2, 1, 2. The emphasis has changed. Musically speaking, there is a subtle difference, even though mathematically it's exactly the same. And so I just thought it's well worth just taking a moment to explain how these time signatures, the bottom numbers, work, and then it's much easier to understand rather than just remembering it just because we're told to remember it. And so now we are more than prepared to look at what happens on page 6. And we can see that we have time signatures now. We've got 2 crotchet beats per bar, 3 crotchet beats, 4 crotchet beats, because they are quarter notes, that bottom number 4. And now we're moving to 2 beats in a bar still, but each beat is a minim. 3 beats in a bar, each beat a minim. Or 4 beats in a bar, each beat a minim's worth. And so the way we count it is we count each minim as a unit beat. So we have 1, 2, and 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 1, 2. So here we have 3 beats in a bar. Each beat is a minim. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. 1, 2, 3. You could, for the quicker notes, 1E and 2 and whatever it takes to just kind of get the sound da 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 dum. And then we have 4 beats in a bar. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So all the divisions are exactly the same. It's just that the unit beat that we count them in has changed, and our unit beat is now, for in this instance, a minim. I hope this is helpful to your studies. Please do like and subscribe to stay updated. If you'd like to support this channel, you can buy me a coffee, and for advert-free lessons, you can become a patron. Do visit my website where you'll find many resources available to help you. Visit sharonbill.com. Thanks for watching. Bye.